This is Carlos Toledo from Chile, signing on. This is Carlos Toledo from Chile, signing on. Hello everybody, this is Carlos and Carlos Shows. I'm Carlos Toledo in Chile.
And I'm Carlos in the United States.
Well, Carlos, here we are once again talking about your activities, your performance there in the United States. Today, I'd like to talk to you about the subject that you are studying and talk a little bit more about specifically what do you teach and how do you teach in the United States. And also perhaps tell me something about the pandemic and how has differences between the methodology that you use in the US.
Well, that was a long question. So to begin with,
well, please focus on what are you teaching and then the other.
Okay, sure. So to begin talking about what am I teaching? I teach first year composition, which is a course that teaches writing skills to students, college students, and that is a required course for all majors in a university. I teach that course. It has two levels. It's English 150 and then English 250. I have taught both, and they consist of a progression of assignments like a summary, like a rhetorical analysis, a visual analysis, and then a documented paper. So that is, in a nutshell, the course that I teach the most.
Tell me how have changed the methodology or the way you teach or the teacher teach in the US before pandemic and now. Tell me something about pandemic too.
Before the pandemic, I would teach on campus. I would have two sections of 22 students each, and I would go to class. Usually it would be 3 50-minute sessions a week or 2 hour-and-a-half sessions a week. It would be all sorts of methodologies, group work, a little bit of lecture, a lot of writing and peer feedback, instructor feedback, a lot of interaction. And that changed with the pandemic. I'm sure we are all, to an extent, suffering the consequences of the pandemic. And what meant here is that all classes were moved to an online format, which in my case was quite disheartening because I didn't get to see students, didn't get to teach in the classroom face to face, which is something that I really liked. So it moved to an online format, everything through discussion boards, some videos that you could upload, but not real one-on-one interaction.
Do you have an opinion or a perception about the change of the work of teaching had in pandemic and no pandemic or online teaching? Is a change that took a bit of time to adapt, or you have to adapt quickly in order to do your work as a teacher and as a student?
To be honest, I don't know if I have ever adapted, because it was and it has been very different and hard. So it changes all your pattern, all your framework of doing things. And to me, as I see it, it has been really for the worse. I think students get a better education when they are able to share with their partners and to be one-on-one with their teacher and with, again, their partners. and now it's through discussion boards mainly. So I really am struggling to get adjusted to that format.
How is the response of the student and the university student to this new way of teaching and learning?
So it's I can see through the students' comments on the courses at the end of the semesters that they, for the most part, feel very much the same that I'm telling you in general, in that it seems as if they would log in and it would almost be like a Coursera course,
Yeah.
but that you have to pay university credits for. So it feels as if you were being shortchanged a little bit. So in general, I think we all would love to, and the whole world in many aspects would love to go back to being in person, comfortably teaching and learning.
Now that we are talking about education, please tell us a little bit about how do you know what is Coursera? What is Coursera?
Coursera is what's called MOOC, MOOC, which is a massive open online course or massive online open course. And it's basically a platform that allows you to take many courses on, I don't know, statistics, music instruments, biology, all sorts of topics that you can think for free, and that they're not really, you don't really interact with a teacher, but you have the lectures recorded and you mostly grade your peers' work. Sometimes you can pay and have a degree through them, and other times you can go through them for free and for the sake of learning.
Do you remember that when you were in Chile, you were studying something about music in Coursera?
Yeah, so I have started many courses, of which I finished one. I finished one in modernism philosophy course, and that was very good. And I started one that I almost finished actually, which was on music production. That was a course that I was studying, probably the one that you're thinking of that I was studying there. Yeah, it was in music production.
Well, Carlos, I think that's all for now. Thank you so much for your time, and go to study. That's why you are in the USA. Bye-bye.
Thank you for the reminder. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. This is Carlos Toledo from Chile, signing off. This is Carlos Toledo from Chile, signing off.